coming to you from the penitentiary pod. This is where I spend the other part of my time when I'm not in the penitentiary proper. This is the kid shuffler mobile. So yeah, that's what I do. As most of you know, I'm a mom of 6, so I'm really busy shuffling kids around their childhood and making all those memories because, you know, they're growing up fast and we only get one shot at it. So I am their servant, but that's okay because my mom was, well, she wasn't my servant, but I get how it works. Today I'm on the road, even though it's a holiday. Moms don't rest and friends don't rest. I got a friend that needs to ride down to by Garberville, which is about an hour and a half. So I thought I'd take the opportunity of my being trapped in the car and share some musings, I guess you could say. Musings. Yeah, so kids are at home. My mom's got the littles. She usually has the littles on the weekend, and because it's a holiday, she's got them today. So I'm trying to get stuff done while they're not at home. Yeah, let's see what's going on this week. It's 3 weeks till Sam heads off on her new adventure, her first adventure in adulting. She's moving up to Portland State, so that's going to be exciting for her. I'm going to be a big old mess at home, because I naively never thought about what would happen when the kids moved out, you know, when they grew up and wanted to go do their lives, and I just didn't even anticipate what that would be or what it would look like, and we're down to less than 30 days till Sam heads out, so I have to stay strong, stay really strong. She sure's been a blessing. Really good girl, really good sister, and all around good human being. So yeah, but all my kids are great. They all have wonderful qualities, and they have been a very good way to spend a life, you know. When I think about other options that I could have taken, I was meant to do this. I was meant to be their mom, and that's a beautiful thing. They haven't had a fancy life with vacations and a lot of material things, but they know what love looks like and what it feels like, and what it feels like when you do it right, you know. It takes a lot of patience. So yeah, like I said, I'm on the road cruising, trying to do this vlogging thing, and yeah, I got my using my ingenuity real strong today. I got my phone holder like weighted down on the dash, and I'm trying to pay attention to the road too, because don't need no problems. But it'd be cool, you know, cruise, beautiful Humboldt area. Yeah, so what else is going on this week? Excuse my twisted tongue there. Kids go back to school tomorrow. We got a dentist appointment tomorrow. That's good. I want to keep these chompers going as long as I can. Take care of your teeth, people, because it's freaking important. You only get one shot at that. Well, a couple one shots, but brush and floss so you can smile with your pearly whites. And let's see what else is going on. I got an open mic on Tuesday at Big Fish Vape Lounge in Arcata. That's my jam, 9 o'clock. All the local comedy homies show up there, and it's great. And then I got an open mic Wednesday at the Mothership, which is Savage Henry's Comedy Club in Eureka. And then I got my open mic, which I host on Fridays, called the Laffy Hour Open Mic. It's a baby. We're trying to grow her up, get some people to come watch us, and not watch us. We don't care if there's civilians there. We just want to be funny and practice our craft. We call it gym. If people show up, they show up. If not, we just do our thing like no one's watching, because sometimes no one is watching. I always feel bad for the other comics, like when it's just us, like they hear the same shit over and over again. I feel bad for them. When I first started doing this comedy stuff, a fellow comic who shall remain nameless walked by me when I came back for my second turn at the mic. He says, well, if you keep coming back, he's all, one thing you should expect is to hear the same shit over and over again. And of all the advice I've gotten, that was the most prescient at the time. But I get it, you know, you gotta work your shit out. You just gotta work it out. You gotta practice it and build up your repertoire. Yeah, they're gonna do a Bizarro mic I think Thursday, and a Bizarro mic is where people draw names out of a bucket, and the comic you pick is the comedy set you do. So you you do their set, or try to impersonate them and give your best impression of them and their set. So that's exciting. I've never done that before. I'm new at this comedy thing, so far I've done a midnight mic, or flash mic. I think it was called flash mic. And then we've been doing these shows called Double Trouble, where we pick a name out of a bucket and we riff off each other in pairs. So the first time I did it, I was with a wonderful comic named Josh Barnes. And then the second time I did it was with another comic named David Eubanks. And that's okay, because I'm heterosexual, so getting with the guy, that's what I like. No, I'm just kidding. That didn't come out right. So what else is going on this week? I'm in a show on Saturday at the Savage Henry's in Eureka at 9 o'clock. There's Mikey Walls is coming into town, and then we have a few local comics that are on the billing too. Mari, which is Nando's wife, she's pretty awesome. She's like a secret ninja comic too. She comes out and just smacks it down, and it's awesome. Her husband's awesome too. I was so embarrassed the other night when I was hosting on Friday. I got Nando's last name wrong. Oh, I feel so bad, but it is what it is, I guess. I told him I'm sorry, and I gave him I need to give him some bud or something. Because when you're native and you fuck up, you try to, give him a gift or something and say, I'm sorry. So yeah, we're in fancy Eureka right now. I was trying to turn the camera around, but I better not. Just stuck looking at me. I know you can't read it because of the steering wheel's in the way, but Jess got me this shirt, and it says I meant to say it, just not out loud, so that's cool. Yeah, it's just gonna be old me and Jess and the littles after Sam moves. My oldest, Sophie, she moved away a couple months ago. She's living in North Carolina. And if you don't know, there is a massive Category 5 Hurricane Dorian that's headed towards her. Scares the crap out of me. But I just have to pray that the Creator's watching over her, and that kid's been through so much. I don't think a hurricane's gonna get her down. But you never know, Try not to think about it. It's one thing in adulthood, you learn how to compartmentalize stuff and to keep stuff on the side and over there and because it's too much, When I was younger, I had a friend that told me, make your problems pillow-sized and handle them one at a time. And it kind of worked out, I guess. What are you gonna do? Problems keep coming. You gotta woman up and handle it. Like Lizzo says. I love Lizzo. She's such a good singer. She got good vibes, all about that positivity. And really, we should all be more positive, because life sucks. Why amplify it with your negativity when you can smack it back with the positivity? Yep, it's easier to be happy than it is to be mad. Yeah, so I'm cruising. I'm gonna close this out for now because I gotta pay attention. I'm in the city, but yeah, so I'll hit you in a little bit when we're in the cooler scenery. Hey everybody, thought I'd check back in, show you a beautiful part of this road a little bit. But specifically, I wanted to show you a sign that's coming up because it involves my next goal. And my next goal is to produce a show at Bear River Casino. Kind of full circle moment. I used to go hang out with a couple homies there at Bear River. And there's their sign. And they've had some comedy shows there lately, so I'm gonna jump in with both feet and make them give me a show too. My comedy homie said that they'll do it with me, so at least I got a supporting cast, and I don't have to embarrass myself all by myself, because who wants to do that, But no, it's cool. It's a beautiful casino. They got hotel rooms. They got, I don't think they have the loosest slots, but the locals seem to keep it going. The Bear River Tribe does a lot for their community. Since they've opened this casino, they've built a lot of community things like a gym and a little sports center and a child care center. I think they're building a clinic up there, and they're really good about supporting their local community. And not just the natives, they help the white people out too, because us natives, we don't believe in just, being selected with the help, because our native kids, native people live in communities with white people, and we all got to get along, we all got to help each other. And the best way to show people how to do that is for corporations or tribes to role model that behavior, to show people what it looks like and what happens when you do good things. It makes you feel good, and it makes you keep on keeping on, because other people are trying to do their best too. I'm real big into positivity, and not just because it starts with a P like Paula, but it's really important. If not for yourself, it's important to role model those behaviors for the young ones. I like to say that, I don't like to say it, but it seems like lately a lot of people just want to cut corners, and then they get mad when things change. But if you were to take a square and keep cutting off those corners, if you do it enough, you end up with a circle. So you change things by changing things. So regardless of all the craziness in the world, I want to keep role modeling what I think is proper behavior for my kids and for their friends. And basically, I like to walk my talk, because really, what else do I have? At the end of the day, I just have myself and my memories and the life I try to give my kids. And one of those things that's really important to me is what my grandma Roses used to say: is, you can catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. And sometimes people are cranky because they're having a really bad time. So yeah, we're getting into Fortuna now. Such exciting cowboy country. It's really beautiful. A lot of rolling hills and dales, and a lot of cowboys if you're into that kind of thing. I recently stumbled on some bull riding, which I know is not politically correct to like bull riding, but gee, I sure like them bulls, man. They dance like ballerinas. It's the most coolest thing. But they had a rodeo down here a few weeks ago, and I hadn't found my bull riding addiction yet, so I missed it. So maybe next year. But worst comes to worst, or best comes to best, I can go on farmersonly.com and get me a farmer man and make sure he's got a bull or two, or one bull, because multiple bulls don't get along. All that testosterone, it's dangerous. But yeah, I really like that bull riding stuff. And you can tell that them bulls like to do it, or else they wouldn't do it. There's no way you can move a 2,000-pound animal, if they don't want to do something. And I'm sure there's all the PETA people out there in the world saying that the animals are being abused and they don't want to do it. And obviously people abuse animals, and I get that exists. But them bulls, they sure put some flair on that jumps, man. It's incredible. There's this one bull named Bruiser, and he jumps backwards in the air. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. So yeah, I won't talk too much about that, because I don't want animal activists on my ass. But I appreciate the work that they do, because like I said, a lot of animals are abused and mistreated, and that is never okay. Usually is a sign of that person having serious mental problems. Take something out like that on an innocent animal. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so like I said, we're getting through Fortuna here, and yeah, so I'm gonna get some B-roll, which means shut your mouth, Paula, and just let him see the sights. So see the sights. There's a red truck. There's this car in front of me. No fuzz, thank God. Alright. Thank you.